good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're taking a look at Echo Cube by AudioThing. It's based off this machine that there was only ever 1,000 units made. It's really cool. That's Yo, what's going on? Hi, I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. And of course, I hope you're doing okay. Why is my button not working? What's going on? Where's the button? Button's not working. Something's... Elgato camera hub's not connected. Where's my button? I need my button. Mateus, Dave Bops, what's happening? Good to see you both. And just to get things out of the way, Lewis, hello to you as well. There is no Unearth today. We're taking a break. Oh, hope you're doing okay. Boom, it's working. So there is no Unearth today. Taking a break, taking a day off. And I know I'm supposed to be taking a day off now, but this is my usual thing. But I am taking today off for the rest of the day. Got a friend coming over. We're hanging out. My friend Laura. And I can't wait. Can't wait to just bum around, take the dog for a walk, and do some stuff. Tomorrow, we're doing the opening hour, and Patreon, if you're a Patreon, the times have changed. Patreon is now on Sunday, so make sure you check your emails and all that good stuff. Happy days. If Dots, hello to you. I caught this not after 50 minutes. Nice. All right, let's get to it because I want to show you this and get out of here and take some time. It's Bandcamp Friday today as well. Thanks for pointing that out. So if there are any artists, you can go and do so and support them. I've got lots of music on Bandcamp. Go and buy my music if you want. Yes. So times are changing indeed. So speaking of times changing, the US changes their clocks this coming Sunday US time. That means this show will be later by an hour going forward. And it also means that's only for people in the US. Only for people in the US. It'll be an hour later. Patreon is a completely different day and a completely... if you're a Patreon, you'll know, right? You will have seen the message. So today we're taking a look at... Oh, man, really? Really? This is the game we're playing today? I swear to God, this new hub that I've been using for my iPad is very disappointing. I've got to say, it has caused a lot of problems for me. It just, for no reason, deactivates and reactivates. And you know what I have to do each and every time? Guess what I have to do each and every time? I have to reboot my iPad. So we'll be back. We'll reboot the iPad because only 1 minute ago, this thing was working. And I think this hub that I got is not the best. The old hub never used to do this. So that's the thing. I can't, in all good conscience, recommend this hub to anybody. It has more ports and does things a little bit better. But when it comes to sharing my iPad screen, for some reason, it just shuts down. And gives us the multicolor screen, which means I'm going to have to load all my projects up again, all the shit that I had prepared for the show. Yay, good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, here we go. iPad's back. Yay, we've got a picture. Unbelievable, man. Really just... You know what, Apple? How about you remove HDCP protection? That would make life so much easier for capturing an iPad screen. You'll notice when people do demos and they're pre-recorded, they're recording their screen. That's how they do it. For live streams, you can't record your screen. You've actually got to get the screen out to a computer. And Apple don't make it very easy at all. But let's bounce over here. Lucky I saved my project. So this is Echo Cube we're looking at today by AudioThing. There it is. Echo Cube clocks in at $8.99. I don't know if this is an intro price. I can't see it say anywhere that it's an intro price. But yeah, it doesn't say it. But it's, look, and it only works for your iPad and your iPhone. It is not Mac compatible from what I know. Riverbend Sim, hello to you. Ed Zielinski, g'day, g'day. All right, now I can tell you over here, hopefully this is all still working. Yeah, Echo Cube is available also from AudioThing.net. You can get this on the desktop. Currently on sale for $29. There it is there. Now, what is it? Right, so recently I did a show on how to delay. And in all of those delay units, when I went through the history of delay, we talked about this one. Funnily enough, it is the Cooper Time Cube. It was developed in 1971 by Dwayne H. Cooper and Bill Putnam. It's an alternative to tape and electronic delay systems. Rather than storing audio electronically, it created delay by sending sound through long coiled tubes, pretty much like garden hoses in a way. So you had this box here, and inside is these two individual PVC pieces of tubing, and one of them shorter than the other. So the sound would go in to here and would reverberate through these tubes. And that would create the time, the milliseconds. And you've got two of them, and they'd be two separate milliseconds. So one was 14 milliseconds and the other one was 16 milliseconds. And if you combine them through the unit here, you could get a maximum of around 30 milliseconds. Only 1,000 of these units were ever made, as it says here. And yeah, it's a very, very unique sound. So AudioThing have, as usual, gone and dug this thing up and recreated it, but added their own spin. They've added some of their own different pieces of tubing as well to make it a little bit different. So yeah, we're going to get into it. Let me load up this project, hopefully. Hopefully it's all going to work. Good stuff. Where are we? Let's show you what's going on here. So I did save this project, I hope, before I turn this off. Go Cube. So if you'd missed my show on how to delay, I did a massive 1-hour thing on the history of delay and how close delay is to reverb. That is the distant cousin, really. When you think about it, it is all pretty much based on time. And this is a very short delay, right? So 14 milliseconds and 16 milliseconds, they're very short delays. So I've got this little project. Hopefully it's going to just sound okay. We're running in here a piano tech. We've got this new pure steel string, which we're taking a look at this week from Sonora Cinematic for Soundbox. And we got a pop drummer and, of course, iFretless bass. So I'll shut up and play this tiny little demo just so you can hear the reverb. Let's go. So as you can hear, you can still get a really long delay because, of course, AudioThing have taken this to another level and added some extra things to make it more modernized, and you can still use the original, analog version of it, but it's got some other zesty things in here to make it quite different as well. DL Cummings, hello, covered by CQ. What's going on? Joe, I see Joe Glenn. Hello, Joe Glenn. What's going on? Let's kill this little project here, and we'll kick off by doing some drums, right? We'll load some drums up. In fact, what we'll do first is we'll load yesterday's app in here that we looked at, which was Augmatic GRE, because I really like this thing. And let's bring in something like techno for drums, and we'll send this out here. We'll send Augmatic out to techno. And so we've got to come into the settings of techno. If you saw yesterday's show, I love this Augmatic app. And we're going to select the techno preset. There it is, Baby Audio Techno. And let's just find a rhythm. Nice. Let's load up Echo Cube. All right, so straight off the bat, the init patch in here is the original sound of the Cooper's Cube. So the delay settings that are set here, this is what you would have got from that box. So as you can hear, it's a very short delay. Let's disable it. All right, let's talk about the controls here. So with all AudioThing apps, you run across the top here. When you click on their little logo on the top corner, you get all the stuff if you need to contact them. AudioThing.net is the website, which has the manual that you can go and check out as well. Discord, Instagram, Blue Sky, all their connections to reach out to them. Of course, you've got your presets bay in the middle here where you can scroll through. There's a whole bunch of presets waiting for you. Your user tab, so whatever you save by using the save button, here, right there, boom, give it a name, blah, and it will go into your preset folder, as you can see there, user and factory, clicking back and forward. Easy to delete these as well too, so let's click on blah. Then I want to hit delete, and it will delete that. So now when we go into our presets, user preset is gone, and we're back to basics. We've got a randomization here as well, which you get with all of the AudioThing apps. Plus, you've got this little lock button, which again is with AudioThing apps. You can come in here and decide on the things that you don't want automated. So once you click the lock off, you can see all these are selected. When I hit the randomization, everything else will change apart from these things here that are automated. Let's go back to our init patch. That should make sense. You want to clear out these locks. You can do it individually, or you can come over here to the hamburger icon and unlock all parameters, or even lock all parameters from here as well. Easy, easy as pie. We've also got our presets, so you can copy and paste presets. You've got your zoom and scroll. I like turning that off. So it just means it doesn't do this jump around thing. I don't like the jump around thing. That's happening here, where it's going on there. You see that? We also can change the graphics. The manual is able to get to from here. Go back down. I like it back down there. All right. So we've got our input level. So your level coming in over here. Let's hit play again. How much is coming in? We can control the mix of the effect. Of course, we've got our overall output. I'm just taking all the reverb out of all these pieces of kit. That's better. So as you can hear, the init patch is a very, very short reverb, delay, sorry. There is a high pass filter, which is going to, of course, only affect the delay. And why is that? What is that for? Of course, that is for in a mix, because if your delay or your reverb, whatever it is, if there's a high pass filter, remember, every time you add a reverb or delay to a sound, it adds more to the frequency field of your EQ. So this can change that and spread it across your EQ much nicer. You've got some drive in here. So you can give it a bit of filth, bit of grit. And here is our hose. This is the original time cube setting. So the two original pieces of hose based off the original. You've got a few different versions. You've got a garden hose. And you've got this corrugated PVC tubing, what you would see for like washing your car, right? The corrugated PVC. And they're just going to give you like a different kind of texture, right? Why is the needle stuck there? That is weird. Let's go to our nip. Is that a bug? Looks like a bug, doesn't it? Let's load up another copy. I don't know why that's frozen. Weird. That may be a bug. Because it's not moving no matter what I do, right? That's a bug. So if you're watching this audio thing, I don't know why that's happening. Hi, Leela. Now, what's really cool about this overall is, let's add some drive back to this, that nice crunch. We have two split areas. So this is a stereo delay, right? We've got A and B. A and B stereo delay. So you can change the timing of each of these. We'll get to this in a second, the parallel. So now we've got our left, and you should be able to hear that if you've got headphones on. We've got this set to what, 80 milliseconds, close to. And this one's at 14. You can turn these on and off. So now we've just got a mono signal coming through, one delay coming through. And as with all AudioThing apps, the little note here button, this will lock it to your DAW, so you can change by divisions. So go by a quarter. Let's set them both to a quarter. Right. So total control over these. Now there's no feedback on either of these yet as well. Feedback. Let's just focus on A. So now we've got this rhythmic thing happening, and it will feed back on itself if you turn it all the way up. So be aware, be aware. We've got individual volumes for this effect too. That's pretty cool. That sounds wicked. Let's hear the difference now between the hoses. So you don't have to click here to bring up the little menu. You can just use the arrows. Let's hear how different this is. There's more of a boxy kind of effect going on. Barry Glenn, hello. Sounds wicked. Let's turn it off. right. Now you've got options here with your flows as well. So we've got serial. So, and what's really good is we've got this little diagram so you can see what's going on over here. So we're in parallel at the moment. So parallel lines, both A and B, going into the signals independently. So left is A, and it's going in here and following on the left-hand side. And right is B. So these are running parallel to each other. Whereas serial, going back, so you can, again, you can click on it and get the menu. You've got serial, parallel, ping-pong, mono sum, and mid-side. So the serial chains them both together, as you can see by the diagram, right? So left and right comes into A, through into B, and then back out to left and right. Let's go to parallel and hear the difference. So you can hear that separation. G'day, Coldy. I'll take it back to serial. If you've got headphones on, you'll clearly hear that in your precious eardrums. Now we've got a ping pong now. So basically what this one does, it takes the incoming signal from the left into A and then sends that out to the right. So it crisscrosses on the output. Now this is a mono sum. So with a mono sum, it takes the two stereo signals, puts them through into A and B, and sums them into a mono path. As you can hear, going back to ping pong, that stereo separation, and mono brings them all into the center. And lastly, we've got mid-side. So basically, instead of left and right, everything that's coming through A is up the middle of the stereo field. And everything that's on the right is separated. G'day, Ron, Wallstone Studio. So you can hear, I've just got B on at the moment, and this, what are we on? We're on a 1/8 division of delay. You can hear it's not up the middle. It's been separated. Now let's bring in the other one. And this one, which is set to a quarter, is running up the middle. You can turn these on and off as well too over here, just by tapping. Chem OK, everybody, please wish my dear friend Chem OK a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Chem. Hope you have a fantastic day. And he's just released a brand new app too, which we'll be looking at this week. It is a drum sequencer. It's pretty damn cool as well. So happy birthday to Chem. So look, it's interesting. When I first saw this, I was like, really, another delay? But because it's a very unique delay, and the amount of customization that has been added to this is very cool. I love all of this, the options for mid-side and all the parallel and serial stuff. Very interesting. Down below here, this is going to be interesting for guitarists. So we have this send here. You can see down here. And I'll tell you how this send works. So a lot of guitarists, so when this send here is disabled, so currently it's enabled, when the send is disabled, no new signal, like any new signal that comes into the delay lines, will not be added into the feedback chain. Let me stop this and explain. A lot of guitarists use this technique, especially like with looping or stuff like that. So you think about it, you're playing a guitar lick and the guitar's going through into the delay chain, and you're playing, and then you want to hit the button and just keep what you've just played in that delay loop running around. So everything else you start playing after that is not going into the delay chain. And that's what this does. That's what this send does here. So you turn that off. If you've just played a lick in live, you flick this and you can see it changes up here. No further input will be going in here. So the only delay that is happening, it is what is left in the feedback chain to continue on, right? So very cool addition to have that in here. Should be able to show you with the drums. So now when I stop this, eventually that delay is going to go, right? And now it's gone. If we add a longer feedback to this, to both of these, and then turn this off, the drums are still going into the input, but we're just hearing the tail of the last thing that was put in. So very, very cool for like shoegazy stuff, using a loop or anything like that. And this sounds beautiful on a guitar, trust me. We'll get to that soon. Let's take out that feedback. So we've got a direct here as well too. And you can see here, this changes, and we're on mid-side at the moment. Let's go back to this, our parallel. Yes, I guess you could. Well, parameters are all open over here. So if they're open over here, they're going to be open in something like GarageBand. So yes, you could definitely assign a MIDI controller to turning that send on and off. I'm pretty sure it's in here. Let's have a look. Input, echo, soft clip. There it is there. So there's your send. You could assign a MIDI CC to that and control that at your will. Attach it to your guitar pedal, right? If you've got, I don't even have it here near me. There it is. Hang on. Hang on. If you've got something like one of these, right? G'day, Denise. If you've got something like one of these, this is the M-Wave Chocolate. So if you've got one of these as a little Bluetooth controller, you could assign it to one of these buttons, you know, and have this attached to your rig, your guitar rig. Switch it on and off. These things are great for looping. You can get these on AliExpress and like Temu for about $30. They're really good. This is the M-Wave Chocolate Plus. Very, very handy just to have in your arsenal if you're a guitarist or even a keyboard player, right? And you just need a very simple Bluetooth little controller just to chuck in your pedal board. Trust me, $30, can't go wrong. Very universal, totally customizable, comes with an app and everything. But yeah, you could definitely do that. All right, so our direct sound controls whether the dry signal is passed directly to the output. So you can see here, it's when we turn this on and off, we're losing all that bass because of the parallel mix, right? And we've got a soft clipper on the end. Always keep the soft clipper on. You never know when you can blow your eardrums out, right? Let's pick a different sound in here. Listen to that. Very mechanical. Now, you see down here, we've got this delay line assembly. This is a secret. It's a secret. You ready for the secret? Watch what happens when I tap on it. Oh, there's hidden controls. And over here, These, we've got an A and B hidden control section. Let's make this a parallel or a serial. Let's go a serial. Parallel. And each of these have a comb filter. All right, so we've got a little comb filter here for both of them, which adjusts the resonance, right? So it's like a resonance adjusting harmonics. And remember, this is only in the delay, not your input, right? And what's also in here is some noise as well too. You've got a little noise, which gives it that original sound of the original piece of equipment. You have here also an envelope. So basically what the envelope does is, whenever there's no signal, it cuts it off. Cuts off that noise. Or you can have the noise, so when you stop, you're going to keep hearing that noise, right? And these can be split over left and right. So you can have one louder than the other. And maybe even have this one set so when there's an input signal coming through, it's gonna dance around. You've got a phase inversion as well. Meters the output. Oh yeah, it is too. There you go. Nice one. Nice pickup. And depending on your mix, right? And yeah, there we go. It's very temperamental. Now you can hear this comb filter doing its thing, right? Let's take out the noise. So with the phase for each of these, of course, the phase, it inverts the polarity and it affects how the two delay lines interact with each other. I mean, this can go to some pretty wild places. Almost sounds like a Dalek. A Cylon is the word I'm looking for. I would rejig the stream, Ed. So now we're starting to hear the difference between the garden hose the corrugated, but those are pretty much your controls, right? Shall we throw it onto a guitar? I think so. All right, let's do that. Let's load up an audio here. Grab a guitar. Today we're using my artist guitar. We're using this baby here today, and I'm going to use the Tonex plug because I just love the Tonex plug so much. I can't tell you enough how cool the Tonex plug is. It is just an absolute fucking winner in my world. So to do so, I'm going to load up the Tonex plug and connect it, make sure it's turned on. I'm just enjoying this so much more than loading up an app because it has all the tones that I've selected into it, and it loads up so easy. Syncing the plug. Hopefully we're going to connect today. I just said it's so easy. There we go. So we're good. And I can tap on this. Oops. I can tap on this and I can make this a slide over. So I can move this around and put it wherever I want. Chuck it off the screen if I need be. We can come in here. We can choose the Tonex plug. And then for the output down here, we can choose, I'll show you how to do this. Just come over here, choose my mini fuse. And then for the output here, we can choose the mini fuse, right, which is selected. And there's my guitar coming through. So easy to hook up. Now, we want to bring back this. Which tone should we go for? We'll either go for... And we'll take out these effects that are already in here. We just give this noise gate a bit of a touch. Nice. And we'll take out any other effects. We've got a compressor in here. We've got a reverb. Get rid of that. Nice. Bit of grit on there as well too. And let's bring in this echo cube. Tell you what would be a good idea too, something which I didn't think of. I'll just mute. While we do this, make sure we're in tune, because no one likes a guitar that's out of tune, do they? This is how easy it is to tune with the Tonex plug. It is such a good piece of kit. What is it, $150? Ridiculous. It's so funny. I have all the Tonex pedals, but I can't stop using the Tonex plug. It is just my go-to now. G'day, Mark. Let's go through some presets. So you can hear the combing that happens on this. How cool! I love the comb filtering on this. Take a bit of that off. Gonna give it a bit of feedback. Let's get in here. Let's bring in a little bit of reverb on here now. Sounds nice. So we're in parallel at the moment. Let's give it a serial. We're throwing a bit of feedback, and I'll show what I mean about this. Let's change it up to the mid side. So we've got everything running up on the A channel up the middle. And everything on the B spread. A bit of drive to it. So that's our doubler. I must have saved that. So that feedback coming off here. So feedback's set pretty high on this preset, but very nice. Where are we up to? Filtered taps. That's one of the things I do hate about, can I stop it? Zoom and scroll off. Don't do it anymore. It's a very high passed one there. And a very comb filtered Mary, this one's called. Mono. So a bunch of presets. I'm going to try it on some vocals as well. Now you can hear that noise running in the background on this one. As I show you once again, if we turn on this envelope, there's going to be no noise until you actually play a note. And it fades. Right? Just so you're clear on that one. We've got about 12 minutes. Oh, listen to that. Okay, let's check it on some Vox. Let's see how it sounds, right? Yeah, look, AudioThing's presets are normally pretty delicious and give you some good starting points. And what they do very well is that they give you a good representation of everything within here, right? All of the things. So you're going to get something different each time. All of the serials, parallels, all that kind of stuff. And a good jumping block to start off, which is nice. Okay, do we have a mic? Let's hope so. Should have a mic here. Mini Fuse 1. Got a mic? I got a mic. We got one here. What's going on? Hey. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Let's kick off with the init patch. So remember I said in the start of the video that this init patch is the original sound of the original piece of hardware back made in the, what was it, the 70s, 71 or whatever it was, the 1000 units. This is the exact what you're going to get here, and that is set to 16 milliseconds on channel A and 14 seconds on channel B. We can add some feedback into this, of course, and then you're going to get that. Yes, baby. Oh, yeah. Yo. Now, remember, this original piece of hardware was an alternative to spring reverbs, right? Because people had discovered the spring reverb and plate reverbs, and they were trying to come up with new ideas. That's why there was only 1,000 of these things made, because, well, plate and springs were already pretty good already. And, it didn't catch on. And who wanted to lug around a huge box with these giant hoses in them? It was ridiculous, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So you're going to get, like, because this is very short delay as well, you're going to get this kind of sound in here. Hey, yo, 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 yo. We're just going through presets, baby. Garden, steps, yeah. I really like this ghost. I like this ghost notes one. That's nice. That's nice one. Space Echo. Oh. Nice and tight, that one. That's what she said. So nice kind of wide doubling kind of pong effect there. Let's feed it back on itself. Pretty nice. So there you go. This is Echo Q by AudioThing. Nice little addition to their app collection of, and they not only do they work with Heinbach, and, Heinbach's weird and makes, works with them to make these pretty cool apps around test equipment and all that kind of stuff. tape degradation, all that kind of stuff. But AudioThing do go out of their way to try and find old gear to represent and then add their own spin to it. And they've just done another great job. It's interesting that I only just did a show recently on how to delay and bought this thing up and was like, hey, there's only about 1,000 of these units. Nobody used this thing. And now here we are with a version of it on our iOS devices. And it's also, as I said, on the desktop as well for currently $29. It is on sale, normally $59 for the desktop. iOS, what is it, $8.99. I don't know if that's it just doesn't say here if it's an intro price. So it may or may not be, but I don't know. But I suggest it would be because normally they are, and then they go up to, let's see, let's have a look. So yeah, most of these are around $14, $19. I would say it's on sale, just if I'm making a guess. From my experience of doing this show, because you can see the rest of their apps are normally around $14.99, right? That's a guesstimation. Anyway, let's get out of here for today. No Unearthed this week, and I do apologize. I had a lot on this week. I had a house inspection yesterday, had a lot of things I had to do away from the channel, so there just wasn't time. The show's ready to go. The songs are all selected. We'll be back with Unearthed next week. We got a bunch of really awesome apps coming up all this week. Lots of really good stuff. I can't wait to show you all of those. And coming up tomorrow, I should tell you what's coming up today because there's a whole bunch of entertainment. You've got Laurie's Mishmosh. You've got Pole Vault and Sunshine Archer. You have also, you've got G-May and Lisa Noel, their new show as well too. That's coming up in a couple of hours' time, I think, something like that. Also, you got Gary Harbs, Leela, Laurie's Mishmosh, the whole gravy train of great entertainment. Tomorrow, as I said, there's no Patreon tomorrow. It's moved to a day later from now on, just because I want to start sleeping in on a Sunday and, I don't know, having some time to do things. I'm joining Brad Example this week at the after party. He's only got a few more episodes before he takes a break, so you hopefully come and catch me and Brad playing together. But before that, I think I'm doing an opening hour and just playing some tracks, yeah, just playing some originals, playing some covers. You'll find out what the rant is this week. It's going to be fun, I promise you that. So yeah, the opening hour is happening tomorrow as well. Just me on a couch playing guitar. All good in the hood. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to have a great weekend. I've got a friend coming over. We're going to hang out, take the dogs for a walk. Just have some time away from fucking YouTube. Touch grass, friends. Touch grass. Feels good to get outside and spend time with some friends. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on the replay or any of that stuff, hit the like. It does help. Go and support AudioThing if this app is for you. They make great apps. Thank you to AudioThing for providing a code. And if you're a Patreon, there's some giveaways. Awesome stuff. We'll see you tomorrow here back on this channel. And hope you enjoy all the day's entertainment coming up. Have I said a dump? I haven't said a dump. Let me set a dump quickly before we go. I forgot to set a dump. I'll just set one simply to, I'll surprise you. I'll surprise you. Enjoy yourselves. Happy birthday to ChemLK as well too. All right. You know what I'm going to say. Let's hope.